Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the Spanish classroom. My name is Roger, and I don't need to tell you who I am. Now, today we will continue with grammar, but no verbs. Instead, we will do something that is very important for you to know. Preposiciones, prepositions. So let's get started. So, preposiciones en español o preposition. We got many. We got preposition when they show you a place, right? Refer to a place. Lugar. Then causa, causal, right? Give you una causa. Then time, preposition that mark a timing. And then also finality, right? Una finalidad can give you the preposition as well as company. To be nearby someone or to have a company or something. Then also mode or the modo or the things, right? And finally privación, like you can or cannot do it, right? Also we do have a preposition which also can show you an opposition. Let me show you. Let me get out from here. Opposition, right? So which can show you the opposite way that what are you saying. Now, continuing with the preposiciones, con las preposiciones. So let's start with preposition of places. Lugar, right? A, de, en, entre, hacia, por, tras, bajo, right? So I is to, de is from, en is in, entre, between, hacia, towards, por, by, tras, behind or bajo, under, right? Tras also have different meaning as well, but I will make it easy for you this time. So now let's start with the preposition a or a, right? How we use it? ¿A dónde? To where? ¿A dónde? Actually, if you read properly here, this in Spanish language, we use two interrogative symbols, right? One to open and one to close to, all right? One to close the question. So we have ¿a dónde? Where? Where is? O ¿a dónde está? Where is? Right? ¿A dónde está? ¿A dónde? Right? That's the way to use in this way a preposition doing some questions. O ¿a dónde vas? Where you go? Right? Vas is the verb to go or ir. In this case is conjugate already. Right? If you know or if you don't know how to conjugate the verb, you go and watch the previous videos. ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde está? Where is? ¿A dónde vas? Where you go? Alright? So let's continue and let's make a difference because you can write it also ¿a dónde? All together. Right? Actually, ¿dónde? The O should have an emphasis, right? ¿A dónde? Emphasis tick. ¿A dónde? It can be written together, or you will find it in many writings together, or can be in a split way, just to show you a small difference that you may find when you read some sentences. So let's continue. Another way to use a. ¿A cuánto? You can ask, how much? But generally, we use it. Some people avoid to the preposition a. Some people just say cuánto. Generally, is ¿a cuánto? How much? Or the other way to ask for a price, ¿a qué precio? To what price? If you want to direct translation, a direct translation. ¿A qué precio? What price? ¿A cuánto? How much? That's two ways that can you ask for a price using the preposition a. Next one. Another way to use a. ¿A qué hora abre? What time is open? Or what time open? Right? To what time open? ¿A qué hora abre? ¿A qué hora abre? Next one. ¿A qué te dedicas? I'm sure this one from the first videos when you're working in the student book, people will asking you, right? Or for the first lesson 0 or lesson 1, we will be working already in this kind of preposition. ¿A qué te dedicas? What do you do? Right? Remember that dedicas came from dedication, dedicar, dedicate yourself to do something. So it's related by the interpretation, it's related that what you do, even though it's not the direct translation what you do, right? It's just an interpretation. ¿A qué te dedicas? You can use it in that way, the preposition a, or you can use it ¿a qué hora abre? To asking about timing. Another way to use a or a go to. We can use a, or generally use it when you use the verb to go, right? When you can use it to explain in the future tense, right? You can prognosticate, you can tell what you're going to do. Can be in a specific time or cannot be in a specific time, but you can express what you're going to do. For example, yo voy a Italia. I go to Italy. Tú vas a trabajar. So as you see, the verb to go or the verb to go is already conjugated, right? The verb to go is ir, but since we're using the pronouns, it will be already conjugated, right? Yo voy a Italia. When? Maybe it can be now, can be next month. It doesn't specify the timing, but yes, it's telling you what it's going to do. Tú vas a trabajar. You go to work. Él o ella va a trabajar. Again, the verb go is conjugated, but we use the preposition a to indicate the place, right? Italia, trabajar, or the place to do. This one in singular. In plural, nosotros vamos a Italia. Vosotros vais a trabajar. Ellos van a dormir, right? Now, this is the way to indicate when you go to a place using the verb to go. But now let's say when you want to do something, you can express that you want to do something. For example, so now you use the verb I want, right? But the next verb, which is to go, you leave it in infinitive, right? Yo quiero ir a España. Remember that even though I'm working with the verbs, the idea is to show you how to use the preposition a, right? Don't focus much on the yo quiero ir. Just I'm giving you an example. It's very helpful as well, for sure. So you use the first verb when you conjugate. The second verb, it remains in infinitive, the verb to go. The first one, we conjugate the verb to go. The second one, because you are using the verb quiero, right? Explaining a desire. Yo quiero ir a España. Since the first verb is conjugate, the second verb remain in infinitive. But now again, the idea is to show you an example how to use the preposition a. So, yo quiero ir a España. Tú quieres ir a trabajar. Él quiere ir a trabajar. Yo quiero ir a España. You want to go to work. He or she want to go to work. All right? No, it's not true. He or she doesn't want to go to work. They want to go to Spain also, or to Italy, or to Europe. Anywhere. No, nobody want to go to work. All right, let's continue. Siguiente, next one. Nosotros queremos ir a Italia, in plural, right? We want to go to Italy. Vosotros queréis ir a trabajar. Ellos quieren ir a dormir. And that's the way to use the preposition a in singular and in plural as well. Now, another way to use it is to indicate place, right? When you are in a place, or a distant place, or in a timing also. For example, yo estoy a 5 minutos de la casa. I am 5 minutes from the house. So, right, you make a call to your friends, or you text to your friends, and someone is waiting for you. Estoy a 5 minutos de la casa. Or yo estoy. As I told you early, yo estoy is the way to know that you're conjugating the verb to be, ser or estar. But you can skip the yo and just say, estoy a 5 minutos de la casa. Right? Or, estoy a 5 minutos del restaurante. I am 5 minutes away from the house, or from the restaurant, or from the place that you're supposed to reach and someone is waiting for you. Hopefully only 5 minutes. The next one. Tú estás a 1 kilómetro de distancia. You are 1 kilometer of distance, or from distance, right? That means the preposition is give you a timing and a place. So you are 1 kilometer of distance, or to 1 kilometer of distance. Depends how you want to interpret it. That's the meaning, that you are in a place, distant to another place, but only 1 kilometro, or km. I just put it all together, kilometro, for you to understand better. Tú estás, you are, to 1 kilometer from distance, of distance. 1 kilometer de distancia. 1 kilómetro de distancia. There is another preposition, de as well, right? De distancia, actually we're using another preposition, a, and the next one is de. De is another preposition that we are using in that way also. Can be useful for you to know. Yo estoy a 5 minutos de la casa. I am 5 minutes from the house. Tú estás a 1 kilómetro de distancia. De distancia. You are 1 kilometer of distance. This one is the way to use it in timing, or place, to place. In plural, we use it just now in singular. Ustedes, you in plural, están a 5 minutos del trabajo. You guys are 5 minutes from the work, in a sense. Or you are to 5 minutes of distance from the work, or the distance from the work. Depend on the interpretation that you want to give it, or direct translation, is saying that you are 5 minutes from your workplace. Simple as that, right? You, plural. Ustedes están. You guys are 5 minutes away or from the workplace. 5 minutos a 5 minutos del trabajo. Then, ellos, they, están a 2 horas de aquí. You are 2 hours from here, right? You are to 2 hours from here, if you want to direct translate again. So, ellos, they are 2 hours from here. They, ellos. están a 2 horas de aquí, right? So if you see, that's the way to use a, the preposition a in plural, la preposición a en plural. Let me go back. See, this one is plural, and then if you go back, we go back to the singular. Yo estoy a 5 minutos, timing. Tú estás a 1 kilómetro, timing o distance, place. En plural, ustedes están a 5 minutos del trabajo. Ellos están a 2 horas de aquí. They are 2 hours from here. Right? All right. Thanks for watching, my dear students. I will see you on the next time, on the next video or grammar, or hopefully from the students book that I'm doing every day now. All right? Thanks for watching. Gracias por mirar. Hasta la próxima. Adiós. Chau, chau.